Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for class today. We're going to be working up towards standing splits, but for now, go ahead and begin on your back. Allow the knees to bend. The knees can knock in towards one another, feet flat. If it's comfortable, you can have the arms down by the sides, or you could also place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart if you'd like that as well. Once you're arrived, just start to settle in. Props that we'll need for today are a strap. It doesn't have to be a traditional yoga strap with the belt on the end. It could be a long towel, even a belt. We're not going to be buckling the strap, so you just need something long that you can use for eventually in the practice. We'll get to some strap stuff, and then 2 blocks as well. Begin to pay attention to the rhythm of your breathing. Natural inhales and exhales to start. And being aware of 10 places in the body that are holding tension as much as you can. Invite these areas to soften. Just speaking a little bit about the pose that we'll be practicing, Urdhva Prasarita Eka Padasana, standing splits. Some contraindications or reasons you should not go upside down. Not do the pose. We're not going to go upside down. We'll be forward folding in the posture. Some contraindications, lower back injury, an ankle or a knee injury. And I'll offer some modifications if you find that the pose is not comfortable. For now, start to deepen your inhales and slow down the exhales. Start to introduce Ujjayi Pranayama into the body. And if you're not familiar with that, not a problem. A silent, deep breath works just as fine. With Ujjayi Pranayama, the practice is done by constricting the back of the throat a little bit and breathing in and out through the nose. The constriction in the throat creates a soft wind or wave-like sound as you breathe. Our quote for today comes from Ginger Rogers, and it says, "The only way to enjoy anything in this life is to earn it first." So with that, as you're getting your breath established, go ahead and set an intention for practice today. And then once your intention's been set, make some movement in the body. Go ahead and pick the feet up, hug knees to chest, just to get some movement, some nice stretching in the back of the body as well. And then locate your strap, place the left foot down, loop the strap over the ball of your right foot. And the right leg doesn't have to straighten entirely. It doesn't have to draw closely towards the face either. You just want to feel a stretch down the back of the leg. The left leg could stay bent. Or if you wanted to extend the left leg long, that's an option. If you do that, just be mindful that your left toes stay pointing straight up towards the ceiling or sky, depending if you're outside, and your left inner thigh rolls down slightly so the leg is extended and there's energy in that left leg as well. Notice that the shoulders are down away from your ears. The face and the jaw are soft. And breathing again, still even inhales and exhales. Holding just one more breath or two here. Noticing maybe you've got a little more space to draw the leg a little closer as you hold the stretch. On an exhale, bend the knee. Just gently hug the knee into the chest, and then for a moment, extend both legs. Notice how the right feels now compared next to the left. And then once you're done observing, rebend the knees, both feet flat, and then loop the strap over the ball of your left foot. Drawing the left leg any amount closer towards you. Again, your left leg might not even be at the point where it's totally straight yet. And if that's the case, that's okay. The strap is very helpful for that. Right knee can stay bent, or if you'd like to, you're welcome to extend the right leg long. Remember, keep the right toes pointed up. Gently roll the inner thigh down. Some energy will be in the right leg. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Letting the belly rise and fall. The belly is another place that sometimes we hold tension and constrict if we're nervous or anxious or worried. So let the belly be relaxed as you breathe. And we'll be taking 2 more rounds of breath here. And then once again, exhale, release the strap, remove the strap from the leg, hug the left knee into the chest. And then go ahead and bend both of the knees, feet flat. We'll do just some bridge pose on an inhale. Lift the hips slowly, one vertebra at a time. Doesn't have to be a full extension in bridge pose. And then exhale, roll back down, also one vertebra at a time, moving nice and slowly. And then again, inhale, press in, curl the tailbone towards you and lift your hips for bridge pose. As you exhale, roll back down, linking breath and movement, also getting some bigger movements in to get the legs warm, but this doesn't have to be full range of motion. If you want to add the arms. As you inhale, lift the hips and reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, lower the hips, bring the hands back down by your side. One more round with the arms or without the arms. Inhale to lift. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Not rushing, just getting the body warm. And then from here, pick the feet up, hug knees to chest, gently rock side to side. If your back's okay with it, you might want to rock up and down the spine. Either way, we're all going to meet in quadruped position, hands and knees, for a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Bring the strap towards the top of your mat. That's just for preparation once we get there. So hands and knees, neutral tabletop to start, and then on an inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze any amount for cow. And then as you exhale, chin to chest, round the upper back, push the earth away from the hands with the hands for cat. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze, keep your belly toned. Draw the shoulder blades back. As you exhale, round the upper back, chin to chest, push the earth away. Again, inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze. Again, link your breath and movement with one another. Exhale, round the back, chin towards chest. And then final round. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze, and we are moving nice and slowly to warm up. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. You can always go at your own pace if you'd like, though, of course, in your own range of movement as well. Inhale, neutral tabletop position, and then walk the hands forward just a bit, hug the elbows, come on down onto your belly. We're going to do some movements to warm up the back side of the body here. First, we're going to work the arms. So the legs are going to be about hips distance apart. Press the tops of the feet into the ground. Inhale, prepare. And then as you exhale, lift the chest, the head, neck, any amount. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift from behind the heart, the back of the neck, like there's a string. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, 3 times with the upper body. Now let the head rest on your hands, working just the legs now. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift your legs any amount, just the legs. Inhale to lower. Exhale, find your glutes and your hamstrings, turn those on. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Last one with the legs. Inhale, set it down. Combining arms and legs now. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, locust variation. Arms and legs will lift. Inhale to lower. 5 of these. Exhale to lift. You can vary if you need or modify. Exhale, lift. 3. Inhale, lower. 2. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lower. Last one here. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Bend the elbows, hands under your shoulders. Slowly press into the hands. Come on up. Go to a child's pose for a moment. Stretch the back. Hips back towards the heels. Arms extended out in front of you. Head may or may not be on the mat. From here, inhale, rise, plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Feel free to make any movements once you're in downward dog that feel nice, rising to your toes, lengthening heels down, perhaps bending one knee and then the other, maybe nodding your head out yes and no, making sure there's no tension around the neck and the upper shoulders. But do be sure to spread widely through your fingers, pressing into the finger pads, lift the forearms away. A slight bend in the knees is fine, especially if your hamstrings are tight. On an inhale, rise up to your tippy toes. Bend the knees, gaze forward, walk the feet slowly behind your wrists so your feet are hips distance apart and forward fold. Find ragdoll a couple of breaths here. Bend at the elbows, grab opposite arms and biceps. Let the head hang. Again, you're welcome to bend the knees if that's more comfortable. Steady inhales and exhales, soft face and jaw. On your next exhale, go ahead and release the hands down. On an inhale, take a halfway lift, fingers to the shins, lengthen your spine, lengthen the back of the neck, keep the gaze down. As you exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, let your hips sink a little bit, press into the heels as you slowly rise to standing, letting the arms hang at the sides as you rise. Slowly uncurl, stand tall, roll the shoulders back, lift the gaze, turn the palms towards the front of the mat. Feet are still hips distance apart. As you inhale, reach your arms out and up. As you exhale, grab the left wrist with the right hand and lean towards the right. Keep your hips square to the front of the mat and keep both of the feet even in weight. On an exhale, come through center, switch sides. Inhale, grab the right wrist, lean towards the left. Inhale here. And then again, as you exhale, come on through center and then hook your thumbs, lean back for a small back bend here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, come on back up and bring your arms or hands to prayer, palms in front of the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, lift the gaze. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Feel free to bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bend the knees, step back to plank pose, and then I'm going to drop my knees, chest, chin, lower all the way down onto the ground. Inhale, low cobra or high cobra. And then as you exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Come back to a steady breath here if you've lost your pattern of breathing. If you're tense in the jaw, open the mouth, let out a big deep sigh as you exhale. That always feels nice. And then come back to your steady breathing. Again, strap should be toward the top of the mat here. We're going to use it. As we inhale, rise to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward, feet stay behind the wrists, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. As you exhale, fold and grab that strap. Once again, bend the knees, exhale slowly, take your time rising to standing. Arms still hanging at the sides with the strap in your hand, either hand, doesn't matter. Feet still hips distance, and then extend the arms in front of you. Take one side of the strap if you have the buckle, one side in the hand. Arms about shoulders distance. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, side bend to the right. Notice this time with this variation, keeping your shoulders square to the front as well as the hips. Exhale through center, and then inhale over to the left. Inhale. And then as you exhale through center, keep the strap about shoulders distance, lean back, a little back bend here. But do keep the pelvis tucked under. Your legs are really engaged here. Exhale, come through center, hands to prayer. You can drop the strap now, put that off to the side. I think we're done with it for the rest of class. And then if you'd like big toes to touch, inhale, reach the arms out and up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And as you exhale, bend the knees, step back to plank pose. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice, low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog if you're ready. Exhale, over the toes, downward facing dog. Steady breath. Eyes can be opened or closed. One more round of breath here. And And inhale to the toes, bend the knees, gaze forward, exhale, walk, or if you want, lightly hop the feet up by the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through the feet, sweep the arms out and up, rise to standing, and then hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or you always have the option to skip any and all vinyasas and always step the feet back to downward dog. You can certainly modify vinyasas by lowering the knees as well. Inhale, lift your right leg once you're in downward dog. Exhale, right knee towards the nose. Inhale, extend the right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose. One more here. Inhale, reach the right leg from the inner thigh. Exhale, knee towards nose. And then step the right foot up by the hand. Lower the left knee down. Grab your blocks. Place them on the framing the front foot. But then first inhale, reach your arms up. Low lunge, Anjalayasana. Draw the belly in. Lengthen your tailbone down. As you take an exhale, bend and cactus the elbows. Make a goalpost shaped for a little bit of a back bend. And then find the blocks for half splits. You'll straighten the right leg any amount as you pick the toes up towards the ceiling. And you could also see what it's like if you kept your toes down instead of flexing the foot. And you also might not need blocks here, and that's fine, but it's nice to have in case you find the hamstrings are a little tight, or maybe it's morning and the body just isn't quite warm yet. Always different things going on in the body when we practice. Inhale, rebend your right knee, tuck your left toes under, and then once again, inhale, reach the arms up. This time going to a high lunge. Back knee and heels lifted. If you need to modify, you're just going to keep that back knee down. Again, exhale, goalpost the arms. Find a little bit of a back bend. Find the blocks. Keep the left heel lifted. Straighten the right leg. Keep a micro bend, and then forward fold over the right leg. Let your head be heavy here. Gaze maybe towards the shin or the knee, maybe the foot, depending how far you're in a forward fold. But really do keep pressing into the ball of your left foot, the toes of your left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. And then right where your right foot was, place the right hand, step the right foot back, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, knee towards nose, round the upper back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose. Final time, inhale, lift from the inner thigh, and exhale, draw the knee towards the nose. Lightly step the left foot by the hand, lower the right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge. Settle in for a moment here. And then on your next exhale, goalpost the arms, find a back bend, make a little resistance, and then find the blocks or not. Half splits, straightening the left leg, maybe flexing the toes, or again, an option to keep the foot pointed. Try to keep the back long here, avoid any rounding, and also the gaze down, but the back of the neck long. So you're not letting the head droop and hang like the next variation will do, but the back of the neck is long, so you're also not craning the neck forward either. Rebend the left knee, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, inhale, reach the arms up, high lunge, crescent lunge. On your exhale, goalpost the arms, find a back bend. Lean forward, find the blocks, keep the back heel lifted, straighten the left leg, forward fold. Again, you also might not need blocks here, and that's fine, but let your head be heavy. You might find that there's some rounding in the back this time, and that's fine for this variation. Really press into the ball of your right foot. Back leg is engaged. And then where your left foot was, place the left hand, step back to downward facing dog. Steady the breath. And then inhale, rise to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward, exhale, walk or hop your feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, chair pose, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Your feet could be hips distance here, or they could be big toes touching an inch between the heels. Bring your hands to prayer. Inhale, get long, and as you exhale, hook the left elbow across towards the right knee for a prayer twist. You might also, if that's too much, too constrictive, just open the arms, turn with the left arm in front, the right arm behind as you're twisting without the prayer over your right knee. If you'd like to, extend your arms. Maybe if your block is close by, as you extend the arms in prayer twist, you could place your left fingertips on the block. Inhale, come through center, and then exhale, right elbow hooks across the left knee. Make sure your knees stay in alignment. And again, if you don't want a prayer twist, keep your torso lifted and sweep the left arm, right arm. Left arm would be behind, right arm would be in front, twisting over your left leg. If you're going to open the arms, it might be nice to have a block handy to place your right fingertips on. Still, knees and toes stay in alignment. And you're breathing, and the face is soft, and the quads are definitely firing up, but you have the strength to stay. But then we're going to come out of it. Exhale, unwind. And forward fold. Maybe if you want to bend the knees, release and wiggle a little bit. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And then as you exhale, step back, chaturanga, or downward facing dog if you'd rather. And then we're going to do a slow sun B. So right foot up by the hand, spin the left heel down. As you inhale, rise to warrior one. Stay for your exhale. Inhale here. As you exhale, plant the hands down, step back to plank, pause, inhale, prepare. And then as you exhale, chaturanga, inhale, back bend of choice, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step your left foot by the left hand, spin the right heel down, inhale, reach your arms up, stay for the exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands down, step your left foot back to plank, pause, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, or again, go to downward facing dog. So that's one breath per movement. We'll stay in downward dog for 2 or 3 breaths. Come back to a steady inhale and exhale. Next round, we're going to do that 1 breath per movement. If you find it's too quick, you know what to do. Slow it down. No need to go 1 breath per movement. You want to stay somewhat integrity in your postures and not just be flying all around the mat. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or hop the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, rise to standing. Again, maybe 1 breath per movement. Inhale, chair. As you exhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Inhale here, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, keep the length, walk or hop, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot up by the hand, spin the left heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, plant the hand, step the right foot back, still exhaling as you chaturanga, and then big inhale into your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Keep the pelvic floor lifted, belly toned. Inhale, step your left foot up by the hand, rise to warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands down, step left foot back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch the breath here. Even if you needed one, a child's pose is always fine to take. One more round of breath here. Inhale to your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or hop the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose, reach the arms up, Utkatasana, and then exhale, come to standing. Take a breath here, reconnect with your intention as well, your sankalpa. Just a breath before we do a sun B variation. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, keep the length in the spine, walk or hop the feet back, take a vinyasa. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg and then bend the right knee, stack your right hip open on top of the left for a scorpion dog. You're welcome to circle the knee or the ankle here if you'd like, while keeping the weight even through your arms and through the hands as well. Inhale, level your hips off. As you exhale, bring the right foot in between the hands, spin your left heel down, cartwheel the arms open for warrior two. Gaze over the front fingertips, and then inhale, lean back, reverse warrior, right arm by the ear, left hand soft on your leg. Maybe exhale, bend the front knee a little deeper. Inhale, come to standing, and then straighten the right leg, turn the toes to face the left, hands to waist. Inhale, get long. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Maybe you grab a block to place the hands down on. We're going to let the head hang just for a moment. We'll be twisting here. So inhale, take a halfway lift, either a hand to the block or just the hand on the ground. Right hand comes down in between the feet. Inhale, lift your left arm. You could stay there, or you might take your right hand to the outside of your left leg. And then with that top arm, spin the top thumb away from you, bend the elbow to maybe find the right hip crease. That's a deep bind. You can absolutely stay with the right arm either on the ground or a block and the left arm reaching up. Try to keep your hips level here. And then on an exhale, if you're bound, release and unwind. Inhale, take a halfway lift, and then left hand under the face, reach the right arm up and twist. You can stay, or left hand comes anywhere on the outside of your right leg. You can spin the top thumb away from you, bend the elbow to find the hip crease, or again, you can keep the top arm extended. Keep your hips in alignment. Keep squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. And then on an exhale, you'll release the top arm, unwind from your bind and the twist. And then inhale, take a halfway lift, a little bit of a leg strength here. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, rise to standing with a flat back. Turn the right toes to face the front, return to warrior two, and then sweep the left arm up, lift the left heel up, so now you're in crescent lunge. Grab your blocks, drag the right toe, back toe in front, lift the left leg so you're in a modified warrior three. Exhale, draw your left knee towards your nose. Inhale, extend the left leg, squeeze the glute. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, extend the left leg, squeeze your left glute, and then draw your knee towards the nose. Inhale, extend. You could keep the hands on the blocks, or if you'd like to, maybe find warrior three, bringing maybe one hand to the heart, maybe the other hand to the heart as you reach back with your big toes or flex the foot down, reach back through the heel, extend forward with the crown of the head. Slowly bend your right knee, land in crescent lunge, and then side plank from here. Left hand comes down, step the right foot back to meet the left. You might drop the bottom knee for more support, and then lift the right arm. You can stack or stagger your feet here. And then exhale, bring the right hand down. Maybe chaturanga exhale, or lift your hips right away, go to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hip open on top of the right. Feel free to add in any extra movement that you want to here. And then as you inhale, level the hips. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, spin the right foot down, cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. Gaze over the front fingertips, just as much weight in the back leg as there is in the front leg. And as you inhale, lean back, reverse warrior, left arm by the ear, right hand soft on the right leg. Inhale, return to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Turn the left toes to face the right. This time, bind the arms behind you. Hook thumbs, maybe interlaced fingers, or use a strap to bind. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Your hands can stay at your low back. They don't have to reach up and over. Try to be soft in your grip and soft in your elbows as well. Keep hugging outer hips, inner thighs. Let your head be really heavy here. You might even shake the head yes and no, side to side to kind of release some tension. Continue to press down into the feet and hug leg muscles to the bones. And then inhale, release the arms, take a halfway lift, same thing, exhale, hands to waist, a little leg strength. Inhale, rise to standing. Bend the front knee, return to warrior two, and then sweep the right arm forward, sweep the right foot heel up. Lean forward, drag the right toe until the right leg lifts, modified warrior three. As you exhale, right knee towards nose. Inhale, extend, squeeze the glute. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, extend, squeeze the glute and hamstring. Notice we're emphasizing the glute squeeze. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, extend. You can stay there with the hands on the blocks, or maybe one hand to the heart, maybe the other hand to the heart, warrior three. Keep lifting your back leg from the inner thigh, and then slowly bend your left knee. Land the right foot in crescent lunge. Side plank, right hand will come down. Step the left foot back to meet the right and lift the left arm. Again, you can drop your bottom knee for more support. You could also stagger your feet. Stacking is probably the toughest of the three. Left hand comes down, hug the elbows in, exhale, chaturanga, inhale, back bend, roll the shoulder heads back. Use your legs as you go to downward dog. And then just a slight variation of that sequence. Inhale, reach your right leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Maybe scorpion dog, maybe wild thing. Right foot on the left side of the mat. Right arm reaches up and over. Exhale, return. Right hand down. Right leg up. Three-legged dog. And then exhale, bring the right foot forward. Inhale, keep the back knee down, but the toes tucked. Interlace your fingers on your right knee. Exhale, lift your back knee. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. One more. Exhale, lift your left knee. We're going to keep it lifted, and then inhale, reach your arms up. Lean forward one more time. Your hands could be on blocks here. Find warrior three, or maybe if you'd like, you can airplane the arms down by the sides. Now we're going to find our peak pose standing splits. Keep the back leg lifted. Drop the hands down. You'll start by wrapping your right arm behind your calf or on the calf. And then that might be where you stay. To modify, just keep the hands on blocks and your back leg lifted. And then you might hot potato your left hand to join the right hand, so you're balancing on that right leg. Again, keep the back leg lifted. Use your glute strength that we focused on earlier. Go ahead and set that down. Come to crescent lunge. One more time, side plank from here, left foot down. Maybe if you want, find a variation. I'm in tree pose. You could just extend the top leg. You might catch the big toe and find that variation. From your side plank, either come back to chaturanga or just step the feet back and go to downward dog. And then we'll do the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, scorpion dog or wild thing, your choice. Squeeze the shoulder blades together once you're in wild thing, and then exhale, come back to center. Inhale, extend your left leg, and then bring it forward. Exhale, low lunge, keep your back toes tucked. Inhale, hands interlace on your left knee. Exhale, lift the right knee. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, lift. Keep your hips low. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, lift your right knee. Inhale, this time reach your arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, lean forward, Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3 pose, using your hands on blocks or not using your hands on blocks. Maybe this time you'll extend the arms behind you. And then finding standing splits, hands come down. Bottom leg, left leg, thigh keeps internally rotating. Top leg, right leg keeps externally rotating. Wrap your left arm behind the calf. Maybe hot potato, the right to join the left, and possibly today you'll balance. Most likely you'll wobble, but that's fine. If you found the pose, great. If not, that's okay. Bend the left knee, land the right foot in crescent lunge. Right hand comes down, side plank variation if you'd like, maybe a tree pose variation, maybe you just extend the top leg for a moment, and then option to take vinyasa still in your tree pose. Exhale, chaturanga, inhale, back bend, lose the tree pose as you go to downward facing dog. So just briefly throwing standing splits in there. If you'd like, you're welcome to pause, rewind, practice them again. Inhale, ripple the spine forward from downward dog. Exhale, lower slowly onto your belly. And then find Sphinx pose. Untuck the toes, come up onto your elbows. Forearms are parallel, spread the fingers wide. Even though you're not going to move much, drag the hands back so that you feel your collarbones broadening. Press your pubic bone down, lengthen your tailbone towards the backs of the knees. And just counterposing a lot of the forward folding that we've been doing today with this gentle back bend. You can stay in Sphinx pose if you want to. Maybe slide the hands back and come into a high cobra. Elbows stay bent. Inhale, lower down. Moving through these fluidly. You could just be in a static hold, specifically talking about cobra pose. If you're in Sphinx pose, you're not going to move. You're just going to stay static. And then if you'd like to, one more time, inhale, rise, high cobra, exhale, lower, and then going to a child's pose from there for a couple of breaths. Some benefits of standing splits. It helps to calm the brain. It helps to stimulate the liver, and it stretches the hamstrings, the calves, and the thighs. Still breathing here and down, in a child's pose. Come back to a steady breath. Standing splits also strengthens the thighs, your knees, and the ankles. Slowly rise and then swing the legs around. Come on down onto your seat. And then we'll roll all the way down onto the back for just a couple of more back bends. Walk the feet a little closer. Bring the arms down by the sides. As you inhale, press into the feet. Curl the tailbone towards you. Lift the hips for bridge pose. You could keep the palms flat. We could walk the shoulders under, maybe hook thumbs or interlace fingers. Keep the chin away from the chest, roll your inner thighs down, and lift from behind the heart. Slowly on an exhale, lower the hips, back down to the ground, walk knees in towards one another, feet away from one another if you'd like. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. And then either one more bridge pose, or if you're warm enough, a full wheel. If you're going for wheel, bend the elbows, fingers towards the heels. On an inhale, for either pose, press into the feet and start to lift the hips. If you're going for bridge pose, you'll keep the arms, maybe take the opposite grip of your interlace of the first round. If you're going for wheel pose, of course, you'll straighten the arms as you gaze towards the wall behind you. Everybody will roll their inner thighs down and bring the chin away from the chest, and still finding that bend from behind your heart, not so much in the tailbone and the low back. Slowly on an exhale, lower back down, and then windshield wiper the legs from side to side. If you were in a if you're in a wheel pose, it's nice to circle the wrists here and relieve some of that tension. And still just gently twisting the legs to help undo some of that. And then pick the feet up, hug knees to chest, a little more rocking if you'd like. And then we're going to go into pigeon pose. But if you're on your back and you'd prefer figure 4, you'll cross the right ankle over the left knee and hang out there. But like I said, if you'd like to practice pigeon pose, then you'll rock up and down the spine, come to seated. And then either from a tabletop or a downward facing dog. We'll start with the right knee behind the right wrist. And then extend the left leg back, lower the left knee down. You can stay on your hands here. We're going to be here 8 rounds of breath, so you're welcome to count your breaths. Stay on the arms, or if you'd like to and there's space, you can always bend the elbows and lower down, either to blocks or to the ground. Make sure your extended leg, if you're in pigeon pose, your left leg is extended and the toes are extended right in one line. The toes are pointed right behind you. And if you do lower down, just be mindful that you're not sagging between the shoulder blades. The back of the neck stays long. There's integrity in the torso. We'll be here for 4 more rounds of breath, 3 or 4, depending how long your breaths are, I guess. Noticing places of tension. Could be the face, it might be the belly, or it might be the glute or the opposite leg, the left leg's thigh. Many places the body holds tension. Just being aware and softening as much as we can. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. final round of breath. If you're on your back, you're going to have to join us on your seat. And if you're in pigeon and you lower down, you're going to come onto the hands. If you're in pigeon, roll off onto that right hip. Either right leg is going to extend and your left foot's going to come on the outside of your right thigh, or your right knee will bend and the right heel is going to come on the outside of your left glute for Matsyendrasana. Bring the left arm behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And then as you exhale, maybe you just hug the left knee or you hook the right elbow across for a twist. On an inhale, try to get long in your spine. On an exhale, twisting around that tall spine. Two more rounds of breath here. Again, if it's too much to have that bottom leg, that would be your left leg. Right leg would be the bottom leg. You can extend the right leg long. Doesn't have to be tucked under. One more breath. And then inhale your head to center, exhale, unwind. This is just a little extra challenge if you want to cross your shins, press down, pick anything up, and then maybe take a vinyasa in between. If you were in figure 4, you're going to go back down onto the back and cross your left ankle over the right knee, maybe moving through a vinyasa. And if you joined us in pigeon pose, left knee behind the left wrist for the other side. Walk the right leg back. Same thing, make sure your right toes are right in line with the leg. You can stay on your hands or you can slowly lower down onto your elbows, or maybe down onto blocks. Again, 8 rounds of breath, maybe probably 6 rounds left at this point. And the chest doesn't sag between the shoulder blades. The back of the neck stays long. And there's energy in the right leg as well. The right leg isn't just completely back there with no energy or integrity. 3 more rounds of breath here. Two more rounds of breath here. If you are on your back for figure 4, start to make your way down onto your seat. And then if you came down onto your elbows for pigeon pose, start to come back onto your hands. And then once you're upright, you'll lean over onto that left hip crease and swing the right leg around. I'm just a little ahead of myself with the cueing. Now I've caught up with my cueing. Come back onto the hands. Lean over onto that left hip. Swing the right leg around. Either extend your left leg long and cross the right foot over on the outside of the thigh, or bend your left knee, left heel on the outside of the right glutes. This time, right arm comes behind. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And then as you exhale, twist towards the right. Again, inhale to sit taller. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to twist. And then final round of breath here. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, unwind. Last time, cross the shins, pick it up, step or hop back, chaturanga. Of course, this vinyasa is entirely optional. We'll meet in downward facing dog from here. And then another added extra bonus, look forward, gaze in between the hands, jump through to seated, meet in Navasana. Remember, your Navasana could be with your knees bent, feet flat, and we're going to slowly roll down onto the back for our finishing postures, we'll pick the feet up, hug knees in, but keep the feet up towards the sky, reach the arms up to find happy baby pose. If you'd like to, you're welcome to gently rock side to side. And then from here, if there's any final postures, stretches, or shapes that you'd like to add to your practice, now's the time. You could even press the pause button if you'd like to and add those postures in. If you're ready for final resting pose, join me now. Extend the legs long, arms rest down by the sides. And since you're at home, you're welcome to add in any other props that would feel nice here. Sometimes it's nice to have a blanket rolled up under the knees, maybe something to support your head. Maybe if you have an eye pillow, you could use an eye pillow here. Plenty of options whenever you're at home with resources available. But there's also nothing wrong with just being flat on the mat, resting, letting your breath control go, going back to observing your natural flow of breath. One more time, our quote from Ginger Rogers reads, "The only way to enjoy anything in this life is to earn it first." And with that, just a couple of more moments of silence. Likely that you'll get distracted. That's okay. Every time you've noticed you've drifted off into thought, just gently bring your awareness back to your natural breath, belly rising and falling. Gradually allow your breath to deepen and the awareness to come back into your body. Make gentle movements in your fingers and toes. And then start to circle the wrists and the ankles. And if you'd like, you're welcome to reach the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Whenever you're ready, bend the knees, roll off onto your side, the side of your choosing. Pause a moment in the fetal position. Think of one thing to be grateful for here. Once you're ready, slowly rise to a seated position, and we'll close class together here. Join the palms in front of the heart. Your eyes could be open or closed, but one more time, honor your intention for class today. Join me as we bring the hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. The hands to the heart to remind us to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications. And join me as we send positive energy out to all beings everywhere. Thank you for joining me for class today. Namaste. I hope you'll join me again. If you enjoyed this video, press the like button, subscribe, and maybe tell a friend. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.